Hello and welcome to First Steps in Faith. Faith is often imagined as something loud, bold declarations, public prayers, grand gestures that demand attention. We picture faith as something that must be seen and heard, measured by words spoken, platforms reached, or recognition received. In a world that celebrates visibility, it's easy to assume that faith must always announce itself. But Scripture tells a different story. The truest expression of faith is rarely announced. It is lived quietly, consistently, and often unseen. It grows in the small moments, in private decisions, and in choices made when no one else is watching. Jesus himself did not measure faith by volume, but by love in action. He pointed not to the ones who spoke the most about God, but to those who reflected God through their choices. Again and again, he shifted attention away from appearances and toward the heart. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus says, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." Notice what he doesn't say. He doesn't say faith is proven by speeches or status. He doesn't say faith is proven by recognition or applause. He doesn't say faith is proven by how spiritual we appear to others. He says faith is revealed in a meal shared, a stranger welcomed, a burden quietly lifted. True faith often looks ordinary. It looks like holding your tongue when anger would be easier. It looks like choosing patience when no one would blame you for walking away. It looks like offering help without expecting praise, credit, or acknowledgement. These are not moments the world celebrates, but they are moments heaven sees clearly. The Bible is filled with people whose faith was expressed not through grand displays, but through daily obedience. Ruth showed faith by choosing loyalty when leaving would have been understandable. Joseph showed faith by remaining faithful when no one was watching, even when doing the right thing cost him everything. The Good Samaritan showed faith by stopping when others crossed the road to avoid inconvenience. None of these acts were celebrated in the moment. There were no crowds, no applause, no recognition. But heaven noticed. There is a kind of grace that flows through simple choices. A compassionate word spoken at the right time. A helping hand offered when it would be easier to look away. A selfless act done with no audience at all. These moments may seem small, but Scripture reminds us that God works powerfully through the humble and the hidden. What we consider insignificant, God often uses to reveal his heart. Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, a task reserved for servants. In doing so, he redefined greatness. He showed that divine purpose is often wrapped in ordinary obedience, and that love expressed through service carries eternal weight. Faith does not always roar. Sometimes it whispers. And those whispers, those quiet acts of kindness, patience, mercy, and grace carry the echo of God's heart into a broken world. In a world chasing recognition, faith chooses humility. In a culture driven by self-promotion, faith chooses service. In moments where no one is watching, faith still shows up. Because faith is not proven by what we say we believe. It is revealed by how we live, how we love, and how we treat the least, the overlooked, and the forgotten. And this is where faith's true essence is found, not in grand pronouncements, but in faithful obedience. Not in loud declarations, but in quiet devotion. Because every small act done in love reflects a great God.